and my wife both need to sleep, so we should probably start the show relatively soon. Or now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Level Up Show podcast, episode 171. We're 2 weeks late. We missed last week. We apologize for the one person listening. I'm sorry that we missed.
Does that mean we're pregnant?
Well, no. You have to be at least 30 days late to be pregnant. I think.
Okay.
I
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay.
Next time on the Itchy and Scratchy show, which is what you're part of right now because of my weird scratching.
How many days late was Arnold in Junior, or like his lifetime?
It's not a tumor. Is that the right answer there? It's not a tumor.
It wasn't a tumor. It was a baby.
That's right. Yeah, it was all a poop baby all along. With me, as always, are two friends that are not itching or scratching this evening. It is Ryan and Ralph. Hello, gentlemen. How are you both this evening?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Just fine.
Oh.
It's dandy as hell.
Yes.
Sure.
Great. How was your Columbus Day? Did you celebrate it by killing some indigenous people and taking over their land?
Would that be us now, or would
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
I wanted to, but I went to Columbia instead.
Oh, wow. The old stomping
close.
ground, huh?
Yeah.
How was that?
Is it?
Got this Britney Spears shirt
That's a hot shirt.
on clearance at Target.
Does it say "Hit me, baby, one more time" on the back?
It just says Britney.
Oh man,
It's,
if it said "Hit me," that'd be really good. If it just said "Hit me."
That's domestic violence. I'm
I'm
sorry.
assuming it had sleeves when you bought it, but
It did. They were tiny. I don't
okay.
know. Shirts, I like cutting the sleeves off shirts anyway most of the time.
Yep.
But usually the shoulders are too small, so that's mostly why I do it.
You have a very special framed body that needs to be shown off. I understand.
Tiny below and wide above. Yep.
As above, so below is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so below me. Yep.
So below me. I gotcha. Ryan, what about you? How you been? How was your Columbus Day? Did you kill anybody?
I didn't even know it was Columbus Day, so
Great. Love it.
no. I mean, I watched The Purge, the first
Close
Purge.
enough.
Yeah.
Not a good movie.
That is basically Columbus Day in 2018. Just going around murdering a bunch of people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Taking
with
the
masks
indigenous
on.
people. Yeah, with masks.
They had wigs on, right?
Sure.
Or was that before the time of powdered wigs? I don't know.
It might have been around the same time. It probably was.
Yeah.
So that's basically the same thing. While you were watching The Purge, were you also simultaneously playing 2 video games?
No, actually, I don't do that much anymore because my living room's not really set up for that. So I have to lay on the floor to do that because otherwise I can't see the tiny monitor. So
That would be uncomfortable, so I understand.
yeah, so that doesn't happen. That was more when I was in a small room and playing games at my desk. So
Got it.
It was way easier. But,
First Purge doesn't hold up, huh? Even though it's not that old.
no. Well, I mean, none of those Purge movies really hold up, but that one's particularly bad.
Have they made a Donald Trump one yet?
That kind of was the Donald Trump one.
Have they killed Donald Trump in one? I guess I'm saying.
No, because I think this is in the future after Donald Trump, but this one was definitely inspired by Donald Trump. Yeah,
Right
It's
on.
like
It
we
was
were
bad as
watching.
the American Horror Story.
I was just gonna
wasn't
say
bad.
we were starting to watch that. I've never really seen that show, but holy shit, that's stupid.
So I've watched the whole season, and it starts off really bad, but then they start calming that stuff down. But
We're 5 episodes in, maybe 4. I don't know. But I wanted to just shut the shit off to begin.
Yeah,
I don't
rubbing
know.
the Cheetos on his face. Putting Cheetos in a blender, though. I never thought of that. That was a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
But-
not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. So
Well, should we get to some news? We are not doing a Find the Fraud this week, as
It's been retired.
been retired for at least 3 weeks now. I think we should revive it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Is it Jamal Charles of the podcast?
Yeah, right. Yep. We're gonna bring him back after 3 weeks of being retired and see if he can do anything, and he won't. It won't work again. It'll be fine.
Is he not playing anymore?
No.
Jaguars signed him
over
today.
Oh, was that today? Great.
Too bad they didn't sign him before Sunday. Play the Chiefs again. But.
They had so many turnovers that they probably they realized they needed more. So they signed Charles.
Do you think the Jaguars are petitioning for no helmets to be used on the field after this Sunday's game? The interception that happened because he bounced it off that dude's helmet.
That was pretty good.
That was a good interception. That was a fun game. I hate the Chiefs, but it was a fun game. They're real good. Mahomes is. I don't care how much you say, but Mahomes is real good. I also love the dichotomy. I love the dichotomy of Ryan always taking the Lions, me always taking the Broncos, and you not always taking the Chiefs. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate being honest with yourself, but I think that team is really good, and it sucks because we're really bad.
Hey, I was just thinking about this earlier because you were crying about the Broncos the other day.
Yep.
How many Super Bowls have you seen them win?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay, that's enough out of you.
Fine. Fuck off.
Yeah.
How many Super Bowls has Lions won for Ryan?
They've never even appeared in Super Bowls.
So he's allowed to complain.
But I saw something where I guess that every start the Chiefs have had like this have resulted in playoffs without a win. So
yeah, I mean, it's all fine and dandy. Like, I don't think they're not gonna go that deep this year.
I think they're just gonna win a playoff game though. They should.
I also think that.
They won one a couple of years ago when they had to face the Texans and Brian Hoyer.
Oh yeah,
in the first.
I remember
round.
that. Yep.
That was a debacle, but I don't know. I mean, Mahomes is good. I just don't know.
He is really good.
It's not gonna. It's definitely more exciting with him back there because
he's mobile. He does stuff with.
He played his worst. He played his worst game against the Jaguars. No touchdowns, 2 picks. Yeah.
And they have a really good defense. So I mean, that's a.
Well,
I thought Denver did too, but
it's pretty rare to like.
All of Denver is bad.
Most people wouldn't expect the quarterback to be or him to be that good just because it's rare to actually draft and have a quarterback play that well. So it's definitely a shocker.
Texas Tech. Yeah.
Like Texas Tech doesn't really produce NFL quarterbacks.
Right.
They just produce like system quarterbacks that throw a shitload.
Yep. And future Texas Tech coaches is usually what they produce.
Cliff Kingsbury, he had a terrible NFL career.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about the on the quicker side, Ryan? Also, how excited are you the fact that the Lions have now beat the Patriots and the Packers in the same season?
Not very excited because they still look terrible.
It's realistic.
I mean, that's okay.
You can't count on somebody missing 4 field goals in a game every week.
That's true. Yeah, very true.
Missing Crosby.
Yeah. Missing Crosby. Yeah,
he's a good field goal kicker too. So I don't know how that happened. But
late cramps.
I guess
I don't know. I mean, he couldn't have. Why didn't he? He could have at least made one like that Browns guy did.
That Browns kick was so good.
Yeah,
so
like he just,
low.
Threw it over.
He just wanted to add to the drama.
Yeah. He was paid off to miss it, and then he made it, and he's like, "Shit."
Yeah,
man.
But the Lions have had way better teams and had Rodgers get hurt, and I don't know who the quarterback for the Vikings were at the time, or it's probably Cutler for the Bears. But they basically had like the Bears give up, the Vikings give up, and then the Packers give up because Rodgers
still fucked up.
Yeah, and they had Calvin Johnson, Stafford, and a very easy schedule.
Reggie Bush
somehow wound up a wild card team.
Yeah,
and then lost it.
I don't know, man. Marvin Jones Jr. looks pretty good. Stafford looks like he's getting better.
Or Galladay.
Galladay looks really good.
But
I don't know.
No, I would say that the Lions are not going to make the playoffs, and not happening.
Well,
there's no way.
You know who made the playoffs and then lost? The Braves. That was sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Hey, at least the
Swept.
Brewers moved on.
Oh, great. Yep.
I mean, that's the only team I care about because they got Lorenzo Cain and Moustakis.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
true.
That's all I got.
Moustakis is probably really happy he got traded at the deadline.
Yeah, probably.
They look really good, and Houston looks real good. That's going to be if that ends up
What
being the
about
World Series.
The
That'll be okay.
Red Sox winning 16-1.
Yeah, that was a lot of just Aaron Boone being a real big dipshit, but whatever. Leaving a pitcher in after he gives up 3 straight singles and being like, "Oh, he'll get out of it." No, what?
Well, all Aaron Boone knows is how to analyze baseball games for ESPN and that one really good hit he had in that World Series like 20 years ago.
Listen, it's all you need to live off of sometimes. It's all you need.
I don't even know what he did. I think of Brett Boone most of the time when I hear Aaron Boone's name. I think they're brothers.
They are brothers, yeah. I watched a short documentary on that hit that you're talking about.
Yeah, it was shorter than his career.
The hit heard around the world.
Well, like that same one that I sent you guys that for the butt fumble. Like SB Nation does a bunch of like 7-minute mini documentaries about
Moment in
plays.
times.
Yeah.
I watched that Tebow one. That was a good time.
Yeah.
But, let's move on to some video game news. How's that sound?
All right.
Ralph, what's it do for you if I tell you that Nintendo might be making a playable Game Boy phone case?
What?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of cool, but
Is that Tetris on it?
Basically, with the patent apparently that they
Solid.
filed back in March on 316, I'll have you know, is a touchscreen phone case. It looks to be one of those like I don't even know how the Galaxy Notes did it, where you shut the case like it's a 2-fold case and it shuts on the front of it where the touchscreen is. What this would
those blew up, didn't they?
the Galaxies did, yeah, they sure did. They sure did. But this would cover over the touchscreen and have formulaic buttons that would be able to you press them, and it would obviously press the touchscreen and it would work just like a standard Game Boy would. So that is apparently something that they are looking to patent and produce. No word on obviously if they are in fact making it, but the patent has been filed and they're working on it currently, supposedly. So
yeah, it's interesting.
that's kind of cool. Something different, I suppose.
Better than a Game Boy Classic and then mod it to put every Game Boy game on it, but whatever.
Yeah.
This will work.
Weird though to have a Game Boy Classic, isn't it? Because it's already tiny.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Maybe they would have it where it looks like a Game Boy, but you plug it into your TV.
It'll look like that SNL skit where Will Ferrell opened up that tiny phone.
Yeah. I'd be into that.
Yeah, you should look up that skit.
It's a good
Pretty
sign.
small phone.
Moving through, PlayStation has been rumored to be able to let you change your PSN name for literally fucking ever. Apparently, again, another report, anonymous report, apparently to Kotaku, is saying that developers multiplayer PlayStation games have informed the site that the ability to change PlayStation Network names is coming soon. So. Again, everyone thought that was going to come with the latest Sony PSN update or PlayStation update. Nothing happened, and they're still awaiting it. I don't hate my PlayStation name, so I don't know. I don't need to change mine. Like mine's fine.
They charging money for it.
It doesn't say.
Microsoft, I think, charged like $10 to switch or change your gamer tag.
I don't think it's a big deal myself, but
I already changed mine. I
Did you
started
really?
a new account. Well, a couple years ago, I did.
Yeah. No
I
more
don't know why, but
no more Hella Keller.
no, but I still have that. I think my PS3 has that one.
You're
I don't
friends
know.
with your old account too.
Yeah, I am. I needed friends, so I became my own friend.
Everyone does.
Like every time I turn on one of them, it says real name request sent from Hella Keller or from Careful Ralph. It's one or the other.
That's funny.
I never have accepted. I don't know why I did that, but
You
whatever.
don't want to tell yourself your real name. I understand.
I would never do that.
The dichotomy of living a double life. I get it.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, the whole really matter even less less what your gamer tag is or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to me. Mine is the same thing that I use for most of the things that I log into. I guess, my Twitter is the real Devance. I guess I could change it to that, but I just doesn't. I'm good with what I have.
I mean, it's probably good for like children or people who were children when like PS3 came out.
XX, fuck you, XX, or something like that.
Yeah, there's definitely X's and probably 420 and
and there
maybe
whatever
something about Naruto or whatever.
A lot of bros.
Whatever the year they were born.
Yeah, and vote Bob Dole, something like that.
A lot of that. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe the bananas, something like that. Yeah. Like Crash My Bandicoot or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Sony revealed the PlayStation games early. I don't know if this has been redacted yet. Nothing about it is saying it's been redacted, but they revealed the PlayStation Plus games for November super early. Now, this could ultimately end up changing. But you guys see this? You guys see what next month's games are going to be? I'm excited about this.
I don't know. PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Was it a Yakuza?
It was Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, which both are that's some pretty hot bangers for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Did they already do Yakuza 0?
No.
I probably should have done that one.
Yeah, they're starting with apparently they're going to give away Kiwami, which I'm fine with. And then I like Bulletstorm originally, so I'm down to play that. Ralph picked it up not too long ago when it came out on the remaster, but for free, that sounds like a good price for me. I'm in.
Can you play as Duke Nukem?
I fucking hope so, but who knows? Continuing on with last week's story where we talked about Telltale closing its doors and then trying to find somebody else to partner with to finish making The Walking Dead. On Saturday, Skybound Games, which is the company behind The Walking Dead comics, Skybound anyway, has announced that this is their quote, "We're so happy to announce that we've reached a deal with Telltale Games that will allow Skybound to continue The Walking Dead final season, promising more details to come." So Skybound's going to somehow finish the game. And they are supposedly going to be working with people from the original Walking Dead team to finish the series. It doesn't necessarily say it's everybody, if people are getting paid, anything like that. But Skybound is apparently very high on trying to get the game finished, which, obviously, but they are obviously out in front of trying to say, hey, we're also trying to get some of these people that got laid off jobs to get this game finished. So a somewhat maybe happier ending, obviously not necessarily all the way, but something better to look forward to, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd never heard of Skybound. I was going to fact check this till Death's Gambit, which I've been interested in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? I was supposed to get a physical release on PS4 October 16th, and it's on Amazon. Or I'm just stupid. There it is. Yeah, there we go. And it's published by Skybound Games, and I had never even heard of that. And then this came up, and now Death's Gambit got delayed from October 16th to March 5th.
What a surprise!
Great. I don't even know why. It's already you can download it already. So I don't. Well, I think you can. Whatever.
I presume Skybound. I don't know. So we'll see what The Walking Dead ends up doing. I think it's nice that they're going to try to get those original people back out, but it still doesn't really necessarily alleviate the fact of how everything went down. But a bright spot at least from what had happened. Are you guys?
Are they going to finish Survival Instinct? Sorry, they're going to break out the second one.
I would love them to make Survival Instinct the first time.
Well, they're making that other. They're making that other Walking Dead game now. That's still happening.
Yeah. No, I just meant Skybound. They just take that over too while they're at it.
I'd be okay if they made a Survival Instinct 2 if it was as bad as the first one. I need more bad games.
No, not anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Damn it. How interested are you guys in playing some Borderlands?
Is it the third one?
Kind of over
the third one. I don't really care. Or if it's a remaster of the first one, I'll play that again.
How about Borderlands 2 VR?
I got no VR stuff.
Ralph?
That's.
Are you moderately interested?
It seems like a fine idea, but I don't know. I'm not really interested. If it was really cheap, I'd probably buy it.
Borderlands 2 VR has been officially announced. PlayStation VR will be released on December 14th, 2018. 2K Games, Gearbox Software. Various changes to the original Borderlands 2 in order to better tailor to the VR. A single-player only game. Co-op play is not going to be in there. It's also going to include the badass Mega Fun time system that slows down time to temporarily let players set up their next attack. So obviously it won't be as fast-paced and probably give you as much motion sickness as the normal game would have.
Okay.
It'll play with both with the PlayStation Move and the DualShock 4. Menus have been redesigned to better fit VR. Physically pointing, clicking, dragging, dropping objects in the menu while using the Move controller. Traversal can be done with traditional joystick controllers, but the now standard VR point and teleport method can still be used as well. Controlling vehicles will work very differently, however, as players will move their head to aim weapons at their targets, while accelerating and steering will be done with a joystick.
Okay. I'd rather it be the first Borderlands, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine.
$50. What it's
Uh,
going to cost you. It's a little expensive for me, but I don't have VR, so it doesn't really matter to me. But $50 seems a little kind of expensive. But
yeah, a little bit.
that's just me. A couple of quick hits for, in case you needed any kind of confirmation, I suppose Sony has absolutely fully confirmed that yes, they're working on the next iteration of a video game console. At the Financial Times, Kenichiro Yoshida. This is a quote from him from the Financial Times. At this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have a next-generation hardware. He would not commit a name or explain what from the hardware would take. Obviously, Ryan messages earlier in the week. There's been rumors flying around saying that it might be backwards compatible with all games, but obviously that's very possible that it is a Xbox-style backwards compatibility where you have to have the physical game to download it or something to that nature, or maybe it will be a cost-based system where you can only play those games if you pay for it. So,
Well, you can also buy those Xbox games too. You don't have to have the disc. But
so that's that. In case you needed a confirmation on what was happening with another PlayStation, I just assumed that everyone knew that there might be another one. They're not going to stop at the 4. But
yeah. There are people that think that this is it, though.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty convinced that this will be the last release of consoles, but who knows?
Oh, man, we'll see. 2 other quick things for you. December 4th, Ryan talked about this before we went live. Ninja Theory tweeted out today, retail edition of Hellblade coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's coming out December 4th. You'll be able to pick that up. I think that's awesome. I loved that game when I played it. Once I finally got past the original puzzle that I couldn't fucking figure out, that game is great. Go out and buy that if you haven't played it yet. But it is real. It is physical. It is not a limited release. It is literally just Ninja Theory producing this. And I assume that this helps that they got bought up by Xbox. And I think it's cool that it's not just coming out.
It's 505 Games is the one that's actually
putting out the
publishing it.
So that's still awesome, though. I will probably, I don't know. I'm bad at buying those physical games, but I'm interested in buying it physically. So,
yeah, me too.
Perfect. Let's move on to the last thing I got for news. Oh, shit. Really dumb. This is kind of cool, I guess. You guys are excited for Red Dead, right? Everyone's excited for Red Dead coming out. Got a couple weeks left. Ryan has too many games.
Yeah.
Here's a real quick piece. Apparently, in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you turn off the minimap, the NPC's dialogue will automatically change to give you direction involving routes and landmarks to tell you where you're going. That just seems like a ridiculous amount of detail that's kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be even more crazier stuff than that. But
yeah, horse balls are already pretty crazy, but
I don't even know why they mention it. Like, I'd rather have people just kind of notice that. But
well, they've had previews with people, so I presume that some people might have picked up on that. I don't know, man. I
probably didn't. I bet you they wouldn't. I bet somebody probably told them that as they were doing the demo.
Just flat out asked them.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I asked them. I think it's like somebody demoing just told them that. Like that's
just like, oh, by the way, if you turn this off,
yeah,
we'll tell you where to go instead.
Maybe when somebody was showing off that Harry Potter game.
Oh yeah,
they told them about Red Dead's minimap. thing.
That Harry Potter game looked pretty okay, to be honest with you.
It seems like a good idea to make a Harry Potter game like that. But
I mean, I just want to make sure that there's a hook there, and like I don't know, it seemed very sandboxy and there's not much driving the game. Like what's the point of you playing this game? Like what are you striving for? Are you playing?
You're gonna hear Stupefy a million times. That's the point of playing that game.
Is it the curved version, or are we talking
cover? I don't know. Do you think they can actually? Well, who do you think actually owns the rights to that?
It's got to be David Draymond.
Do you think if Disturbed wanted to, they could shut down Harry Potter for saying Stupefy all those times?
Well, I think they spell Stupefy in Harry Potter lore different than the Stupefy song.
What came out first, the Harry Potter first book or Stupefy the song? Is it even called Stupefy? What's it called?
Yeah, it's called Stupefy. Yeah. I want to say the first Harry Potter, to be honest with you.
That song came out in like 2000, maybe?
Say 01 or 2000.
Yeah, one of them.
And Harry Potter came out in the 90s, late 90s. Yeah.
And I think they spell Stupefy in Harry Potter Stupefy. And then obviously the Disturbed version is not that. It is the Stupify.
Yeah.
Just have Bad Wolves do a cover of that.
Yep. Some Stupefy. What? The rest did you listen to the rest of their album at all?
No, I thought that zombie song was way overproduced.
Once you listen to the rest of the album, the rest of that album is real hot garbage. Like I thought it was terrible.
Like their singer has been in a bunch of bands and he's always been fucking terrible, but apparently this one actually blew up. This band.
Well, one song blew up. Let's hold on there.
Well, I keep seeing articles about some other songs are in the top or hit number one of their other songs. I don't know what charts these are. Some kind of rock charts.
UK, maybe, I don't know.
I thought it was American, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. No, but
that song is. Yeah. I mean, that song's fine. It's just not like great.
I don't know. It bothers me when a song is that overproduced, but I get why they do it.
It's easy to mask your non-talent when you do that, you know.
And I mean, it sounds friendlier on the radio, so whatever.
Yep. That is it for the news that I've got this week. Unless I missed, I know it's been 2 weeks, but I did not gather a ton of news for tonight. Anything
not that it's
wrestling.
Not gonna mention the
big
Switch.
News. Whoa!
Switch is getting a new hardware.
Well, I mean, that's not confirmed, but there's a possibility.
That's absolutely happening. There's no way it's not happening, but it might be more minor than people think.
There's a new. I guess I don't know if it's Switch only or not. New physical versions of Fortnite coming out in November. Like, why not?
Oh my god! Sure, whatever.
I mean, they've already got bundles. I know Xbox and Switch both have Fortnite bundles. I know PS4 does.
I think PlayStation's getting one.
Okay, I mean, they may already have one. I actually don't know, but well.
The Switch hardware revision just doesn't do much. Like, if it's a better screen, I mean, if it's not outputting anything better, then I don't care because I play most of my games on the TV. So outputting it is, I guess, the biggest thing that I'm looking for. But even that isn't like, oh my god, I need to buy a new Switch. Like, I don't know that I'm really pushing for it.
Yeah, I'll have to hear more about it.
If all it is better battery and a better screen, I won't get it. But if it's actually better performance, then I would.
Yeah, if it's better output to the TV, and obviously that would come with a better screen resolution, like that would probably push me over the edge. But if it's just better screen, better battery life, and nothing with outputs, then I don't care.
What if they add a second screen and put 3D in it?
Yep.
What about that?
I'm in. Sure.
Okay.
And does it clamshell?
No, it's like the original 2DS.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
It's bad. It doesn't fold.
Can't do it then. I'm out. Back out.
You could fold it yourself, but you might break
it's not
it.
recommended. Highly not recommended.
Yeah. Highly flammable. Highly flammable.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That's it.
Peanut butter and jelly in the middle of it. Yeah.
That's it for the news. Why don't we get into the things that we have been playing? And Mr. Ralph, why don't you start us off?
I could tell you about Night Trap because I think I forgot to put it on the list.
Yeah,
and
you
I
did.
totally played it the other day.
How is
Uh,
it? Is it
I couldn't
super
fucking-
super great?
It's so great. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you can beat the whole game in under 30 minutes. I was gonna, like, there's a clock that ticks up the whole time, and you're just switching from 8 different cameras trying to find
The bad
where
guys.
the bad guys who broke into the house.
The original Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, basically. And if they're in a room that you have the camera on, you hit a button and a trap will activate, and it's like real dumb. Like a hole in the floor opens up and they fall in, or like a hole in the wall opens and another part of the wall like shoves them real slowly into the hole. And it's
real
really
beat quality, right?
yeah, like that. It's overacted
Right.
so bad.
So who are you supposed to be controlling the cameras?
So there's a nice setup at the beginning where you're some part of some military operation, and the guy in command just like looks at the screen and they're like, "You're in charge." And I think they said like, "What you're some kind of computer person who could do all this shit through a computer," because that's the easiest way to explain that. I guess.
Somebody like
Yeah, it's a setup. There's one of the girls in it in the house is a undercover because she knew, or like they know something's gonna go down. It's like a bed and breakfast thing. It's almost like is that House on Haunted Hill
Yeah.
where they have people stay. I don't know, like someone invites people over and they stay the night or something.
Yeah, but it was like, so wasn't he gonna give them money or whatever? Like it was
For staying there.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
There was like I don't remember what the original one was, but I saw the remake of it. That was pretty bad.
I've seen both because the original one is on. It's public domain. I was watching it
like
on
Vincent Price or whatever.
Yeah, it's on like the Library of Congress's website or something. I was watching it one day. For some reason. Yeah. So I'm in the Night Trap. I need to just. I just wanted to see it. I wanted to show it to Katie because I was telling her how dumb this game was, and I'd never actually played it. Had to prove it.
Did she agree?
Yeah, she was enjoying it.
That's good. It's a good time.
Real dumb.
So you ever fail and get one of the girls? Like what happens to one of the girls if you fail?
I'd failed to activate a trap in time, but I don't know. I don't know if it like there's different endings. Because I couldn't really tell if I could actually just like get a game over, but I need to further investigate.
Seems like a pretty easy game that you can play multiple times, though.
Yeah, like it was keeping account of how many criminals I had captured, quote unquote,
apprehended.
Yeah, and how many I'd missed. So, yeah, it's real nice. I feel like did I finish VVV?
That is on your list, yes, sir.
That's a great fucking game, man.
I should have picked it up for $5 last week.
You may have hated it. I don't know.
Oh, wow, really?
There's not a ton to it. I mean, you're just. I mean, I think I talked about before. You're just like, you have a jump button, but basically you're just inverting gravity. So you're going from the floor to the ceiling with this button, and you're just trying to get through.
It's just traps, right? I mean, it's just puzzles, right?
Basically, it's slightly Metroidvania because like you can roam all around this map. I mean, I beat it and collected every collectible, and I think it said it was 5 hours. I feel like it was less than that, but
that's not bad.
I don't know. And the soundtrack's really good. Yeah, I think it's highly worth $5. But I have it on 3DS also, I think, and I finished it on there too. It's a good time. What else we got on there?
The other thing you've got on the list, you've got Yoku's.
Oh, yeah. I 100% of that.
Yep, that's in the played section. It's not on the finish. I'll move that over for you here.
Oh, I don't know. I had to look up how to get a couple of the things, but once I learned how to do it, it's like, oh, well, that was easy. There's just like, there'd be like a hole somewhere I couldn't see, or you have to activate something, and it was like covered up. That's a great game. Did you pick it up yet, Derek?
I have not picked it up yet. I have not honestly been able to do a whole hell of a lot, which we'll talk about. I have, with the secondary job that I picked up, I've been putting in close to 70 hours last week, and it's going to be more of the same this week. So my time has been very, very limited. So
you're a millionaire.
No, fuck. I wish. I'm not quite. I'm not quite Bruno Mars.
It's too bad. I know. I don't
played
know
the
what
Lost
else is on.
Child. Yeah, you played the Lost Child.
Okay.
The game Ryan said you were gonna hate.
Bored Ryan to death. I am 8 hours in. I checked earlier. I've killed 3 bosses now. I don't know. That game definitely has problems.
It's got a lot of problems.
I think I like it a lot.
I don't even know. I don't even know how they got money to make that game. Like,
yeah, it's pretty low budget. Seems like.
Yeah.
So it's like a first-person dungeon crawler. I guess is it kind of like? Is that how like Shin Megami Tensei Combat is?
It's similar. So it's a very bad version of that. The dungeons are terrible. They look horrible. Well, you see, you're playing this on the Switch. So are you playing this on your TV, or are you playing it in your hand?
I've been doing both.
So I imagine it looks better when you're holding it in your hand than it does on a TV, because on PS4 it looks bad. It does not look good.
I mean, it definitely looks like low quality textures, or like if there are textures.
Yeah, and I think it's not a short game either. And it's like I couldn't do it.
5 hours, I think is what it said.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I can't go through those dungeons. Sit through all that dialogue.
You had to have been close to a boss. Like you said, you were in that one dungeon. It's like 4 levels, with the 4th level is the only thing you can do is fight the boss.
I probably was, but I can't play that game. There's no way.
I don't ever play games like this, so maybe that's why I'm sticking with it. I mean, like you have this thing called the Gangor. It's like a giant gun.
The Gangor?
Gangor. It's like a gun. Okay. So basically, the whole time you're battling, you build up the burst gauge, and the burst gauge is basically the Gangor's ammo. So the Gangor will hurt enemies, but if it kills an enemy, then you capture it, like in a Pokemon game-ish.
Sure.
And then you can add it to your party, and you can level it up, whatever. You don't evolve them, though. You evolve them.
I'm sorry, because they're evil?
Evolve. And they don't have levels. They have lev hells. Wish I was making that up.
Lev hells is pretty great.
So I've evolved 2 now.
How many do you have in your party? You can capture quite a few, right? I remember catching quite a few in just a short period of time I played it.
I've captured like 20. You can have, you have 5 people in your party, but only 3 of these things at a time. Astrals is what they're called, but they didn't have 5 substitutes, so you can like switch them out during a battle without any kind of penalty.
Some pretty good names, at least.
Yeah, and I think it's really weird. You played long enough for this. Why does some guy just gives you this character named Enoch, who is the character from El Shaddai, which is bizarre. I mean, it was like the same guy directed both games, but they're like, oh, here you go. He's not a real character. He's just an astral. He's just in your party. And you can evolve him. I evolved him, and now he doesn't wear a shirt. It's like
I can't remember. Is he wearing the jeans from the first one? Those are like real branded jeans in that El Shaddai game, like that were popular.
Wrangler, I think, is what you're looking for. Brett Favre, like some.
They were not Wranglers, but they might have been like the Japanese equivalent of Wranglers. So.
Okay. I don't know why, but I like this game a lot. So my biggest problem with it, besides all the low budgetness, is I kind of get lost pretty easily, because I think probably an hour of my time has been just trying to figure out where to go next. But I keep leveling up my dudes, so
yeah.
whatever.
To me, the combat's terrible. Like there's nothing to it. Like there's nothing really special about the combat, so it's just boring. Like you're going through the dungeon, capturing those things, leveling them up, and the combat. There's no like real hook to it that makes it fun. So I can't do that. Like I can't go through the dungeon and backtrack through the dungeon and do all that to have that same basic bland combat. So, and then like most of the story too is just characters just standing there talking, and
it's visual novel-ish.
Yeah, I can't do that. Like there's some games where I can sit through that and handle that, but that usually means the combat's got to be good or interesting, and the game just it doesn't have good combat. And then the dungeons look bad. Like they are very bland. So
they're quite basic. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get how those games are made. Like I don't know who funded that or who thought that was a good idea. But I don't know. It's out there. I have it. I probably paid more than Ralph did for it.
Yeah, I got it for like 35 new, which I didn't feel
than...
terrible about, but
I don't remember how much I paid for it, but
I think it was 50 when it came out.
Yeah, so I did pay more, but
not a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could finish that game, but I can't.
I mean, it's got some cool stuff you probably never got to, where you find this one dude who you give him 2 weapons, and it'll take attributes from one weapon and add them to the second one. I mean, it has to I'm sure this is in other games, but sometimes it will fail. Other times it will super succeed. So you'll get like really awesome weapons, or you'll just get the same weapon, and then
Persona has that. When you use personas, it's random, and sometimes you'll get you'll either get something that happens really good. And Persona 4, they had one that you would basically look at the date, and certain dates were better for fusing than others. And then it would also sometimes your fusion, since there's like a small chance that something bad will happen, it'll basically cause a mutation, and you'll just get a completely different outcome than you expected, which could be good or bad. So,
wow. Okay.
But
it's no Darksiders 2 where you just feed the weapons to other weapons and it eats them and gives them stats, but that's probably all I
wonder
played.
if that'll be in the third one. But,
yeah, it said you played a little bit of the longest 5 minutes. I looked back, but I don't know if you really want to talk about any of that.
Oh man, that game's so fucking boring. I just keep trying to get through it, and I don't know if I ever will.
No, I'm with you.
Whatever.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll jump in. I played a little bit of Dead Cells this week. I continue to love and hate that game also. Not quite to the degree that I want to love and hate, and mostly just hate Hollow Knight. But Dead Cells, I don't know. After coming off the Messenger, which Ralph, I assume you haven't bought yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Still waiting for it to go on sale.
I understand. I will just give you the $20, but it's fine. I'll wait.
I mean, I got the money.
I know. I get it. I understand. I understand what your principle is, but I'm telling you the game's worth it anyway. My thing with Dead Cells is it's not like when I played Rogue Legacy, which was the first one of these that I'd ever played. The hook with Rogue Legacy was, okay, see how far you can get into the castle to get to a boss. Any of the boss you can get. It doesn't matter which one you get to. Die. Pick your successor with different stats and different abilities and go back in. More Flint Hook style, I suppose, where Flint Hook you are picking different stat boosts and then going back in and playing again. You know, that's kind of the way I look at Flint Hook. That's more Rogue Legacy to me.
Yeah.
Dead Cells is different again. And I appreciate how different all these games are. I really do, personally. But for me with Dead Cells is, okay, the hook is you go in, you have the main level, which you can take as long as you want to kill everybody and take all the souls and get all the gold or whatever. And then you have the different, hey, you can buy this stuff here, or you can just wait and find upgrades in the levels and use those. And then once you progress through the world far enough, you can either go up or down. You can go up through the path of the promenade or something. I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And then the sewers
the
on the
sewer.
bottom. And so
Yeah.
if you beat the path to promenade, you get a permanent upgrade, which allows you to use these vines to, again, traverse farther into the world. And again, like you're picking up these permanent abilities later in the levels, but I still don't feel that I'm really getting better at the game. I did finally realize through some just quick looking that any character attack will pop up a yellow exclamation point, which you should be dodging right then, which gives you a very good key to dodge. So I'm getting better there as far as I'm not dying. But really, like, all I'm doing right now is just kind of soul collecting and grinding. And I don't know if that's what I should be doing. I did beat the first boss, and then immediately died right after I got out of that boss level, which was fine because I unlocked the daily challenge or whatever. So, I mean, I've beaten the first boss, but that game is brutal. Like, it is brutally hard. And I don't feel like I'm doing anything different or getting any better necessarily. I'm just trying to grind for souls to be able to use my health potion 3 times or hold on to more money or give me random bows and whatever at the beginning of the start of the game, which doesn't really matter because I haven't found all that many blueprints. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm making any progress, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's
I guess that's the game though, right?
yeah, it kind of is.
And
Like,
that's-
what
You're supposed
weapons
to
do
be
you like?
collecting a bunch of weapons and that.
Yeah, like you can get a bunch of different blueprints. Like a lot of it is I don't know. Like I think it's because I come away from playing Messenger and I've been playing a lot of games, but I feel like I'm just using a ton of different buttons and I'm not like I'm just pressing square a shit ton. And then I'll forget that, oh shit, no, use your L2 or R2 buttons to throw down your traps or whatever, or grenades. And then you got triangle for your long range or maybe another big hammer or whatever you're using. I'm just really bad at remembering to press all those buttons. But you're pressing either square, triangle, L2, R2, but then you're also pressing, I remapped L1 to roll or circle to heal and holding circle to heal. And like, it's just, there's a lot going on all the time on that controller.
What weapons do you like to use?
I don't mind. I just unlocked this infantry bow, which is like a critical hit if you're close, and I'm always close to enemies because I'm naturally a run and gunner kind of guy. And I like a good quick sword. So if I can get like that bleeding sword's not bad. That seems to be pretty quick for me. I like anything I can get in and kind of maneuver really fast and just kind of slice away and do a good chunk of damage. And then as far as my L2, R2 traps, I like the slicers or the things that shoot both ways.
Yeah. So I mostly use traps and bows.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some kind of ice bow. It was real nice, but
Yeah.
I mean, I mostly just tried to use bows on enemies unless I couldn't.
Right. Get away.
Like elbows or
Yeah. Drop the hell bow on them. Yeah, I don't know. Like I felt it was. So I've gotten to the third boss. I think I don't remember how
third
many
boss.
there are.
Wow. That's awesome.
Actually, I don't know if I got. I know I've beaten the second boss. I haven't played in quite a while. But like I definitely felt like I was hitting a wall forever. Like, and then I beat the first boss, and I'm like, "Wow, this game's great again."
Yeah.
And now I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hitting a wall again."
I hit the first boss fairly quickly, and then I plateaued real fast. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Like, what do I got to go? Where do I got to go here?
Yeah, I mean,
it is a good game. Like, I am having a good time with it. It's just it feels very grind heavy. Like, I don't feel very rewarded for the time I'm putting into it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt more rewarded from Rogue Legacy, and I like Rogue Legacy better.
Yeah, no, I mean,
definitely.
If I'm talking like if you're asking me to rank those kind of Metroidvania roguelikes, like I would put Rogue Legacy is still like the epitome of those games to me.
Yeah, I like the game a lot.
I mean, I think I finished that game 3 different times for no reason.
Is it better music at least or no?
I don't know, man. I really like the soundtrack of Rogue Legacy a lot. I like that.
I don't even remember Dead Cell's soundtrack. I don't know.
I can tell you what it is. I have it on mute usually. I'm usually listening to a podcast because it does not have enough of a sound to make me go, oh, I want to listen to what's going on here. I watched Brad finish Rogue Legacy the other day on Unprofessional Fridays, and I almost just re-downloaded Rogue Legacy on my PS4 just because. Like that's because I was just like, I love this game so much. Like I should just be playing that again instead of this. So I don't know. Dead Cells is fine. I think that I need rewarded for the time I'm putting into a game, but I just don't feel rewarded right now. So I just feel like I'm grinding.
Yeah.
And I'm okay to grind. Like I would also just like a little bit of like, hey, you are doing the right thing. This is what I would be doing. You know, I unlocked that person that will give you either weapon upgrades if you have a weapon you really like, or you can switch out like the I don't even know what you
like
would
the
call
modifier.
them. Modifiers. Yep. You can switch those out, and I unlock that person. That's fun. Good way to spend your money.
That shit's expensive,
it's
though.
expensive. I have the gold upgrade to where I have 6,000 every time I die. I think I'm 100. I think I'm 150 souls away from having the ability to use my health potion 3 times. But I'm just so hacky slashy. Like I was at the bridge boss and I forgot to heal. Like I was just not paying attention to heal, and I thought I had that Ys ogre don't die motherfucking thing, and I apparently didn't, and I died. I was like, oh shit. I'm just so used to letting that save me from dying that I wasn't paying any attention to healing. So I guess that's just more my issue.
If you get the ability to unlock the Hunter's Grenade, I haven't unlocked it yet, but
I don't think so.
I guess like you throw it and it will show you where blueprints are.
Oh, that's kind of like I was like that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, like I like the idea of uncovering new blueprints, and that's like kind of why I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to kill these enemies because it seems these blueprints drop kind of randomly. I don't know if there's an actual generation to them with what enemies, or if it's just kind of like whatever random. So I thought about just replaying the first level over and over again, just grinding super hard, but whatever.
Yeah, I kind of wish you could. Like, you get to a point where you could just start right after you beat the first boss, like whatever that level is.
Yeah, I wish there was more of a checkpoint system there, and I understand why there's not. But boy, does that feel like an uphill climb every time you have to restart the game.
Yeah, and it'd be nice if like the first level like looked different. Like
there's something wrong.
It gets old.
Well, it's just like, hey, guess how fast you got to do to get to either the sewers or the path to get that time challenge. It's 2 minutes every time.
I did it once. I didn't even mean to.
I did it once also, and I also did not mean to. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I would rather take my time and get my souls, but I mean, if I'm trying to rush through the game, sure.
You ever just break down a door and not pay the toll?
Oh yeah,
that's a fun time, and you get hit once and you're fucking dead. You lose like
instantly.
You lose like 50 cells or
100. Yeah. Oh man, I lost. I had I think over 35 because I'd beaten an elite in the 3rd level and was not paying attention. Had my survival life, and I had so many enemies around me. I died, got brought back to life, and immediately died again. I'm like, fuck! I'm so mad. I was so pissed, dude. I was like, God damn it. But
yeah, and that feels real good. Yeah,
that game gets you like it hooks you in the best ways, and then also it makes you want to twist a controller in half in the worst ways. Like it is best. It is the best and worst of times, like legitimately.
Yeah, I think I said it before. I wish it felt more like a Castlevania game.
Yeah,
I agree. Maybe some people think it does. I don't know, but
I definitely do not, and I'm not. I guess I'm not much of a Castlevania player, but I don't feel
the whip sucks. Every whip I've ever gotten is terrible.
Whip is garbage, dude. Like, and I want a quick weapon, but that is not quick enough for me. It's just it doesn't feel strong or powerful or like it just doesn't work, dude.
And it like goes in weird. It doesn't even seem like it goes the same way every time.
It's almost like the bow, where the bow feels like it is shooting at an enemy, but it doesn't feel like that whip goes towards an enemy all the time. It just kind of looks.
It goes randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to that game. I probably will every once in a while, but
I kind of almost wish that I had it portably or digitally, only because I would rather be playing have a disc in the PS4 and be able to just pick that up whenever I wanted to. But
yeah,
just kind of fire it up, but whatever.
Get up to eject it. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to sit up and then go put another game in, like Tomb Raider, which I finished this week also. Good segue. Man, I think I realized something the more I played Tomb Raider. Ryan, I would like your opinion here, just since obviously you're one that has played this game. After I finished the retardedly bad storyline in that game, I realized like I just didn't want to play the story in that game. I think that's what it was. Because once I started doing the side stuff and the challenges and going like trying to find the tombs, like I was having way more fun doing that than I was with any of the main campaign, like at fucking all.
I've always felt that way about those games. Like I thought the story was always bad in all of them. Like
Sure.
one through this one,
Yeah.
the story's been terrible. So, but the game to me is fun to play. So.
Yeah.
It's like one of those rare games where it doesn't really matter how goofy the story. Well, I don't know. I guess if you're really into weird, cheesy stories that don't make a lot of sense, then Tomb Raider is all
Right.
there for you.
My thing was like I really liked the side stuff and doing the challenge. And I didn't do it all. I ended up giving it back to Tony before it was all said and done in front of the show, Tony Welchel, and I went through and did all the side missions that I could and got a trophy for that. And then was trying to find all the challenge tombs, which those are satisfying and difficult, but I appreciate them. Like those are like, and maybe I'm just dumb.
You could have made it harder too.
And well, a couple of them were really like I got to that one where he had to what was it? Turn like the little beams of light, and was it the beams of light? Is that what it was that we were turning?
I don't remember.
That water puzzle where you're dropping down a platform to get to the. That one was really difficult for me. Like I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing.
Most of them was like I forgot I could do something. Like I forgot I had the ability to do something.
Right.
So like once I remembered it, I was like, oh, this is really simple. I was just being stupid and forgot I could actually do this.
I still don't like the fact that you have to click R3 a fucking shit ton, but that is what it is. That's just the game. But boy, is that really annoying.
It is. It was annoying in Dragon Age 2 when I had to keep hitting down, or I don't know if it was down, but it was some button to show stuff around me.
It's so dumb, dude. So dumb. But yeah, Tomb Raider, it was definitely a fine game. I wouldn't say like, I don't know. I guess I just had a better time with 2, and maybe it was because I just was not, maybe I wasn't in the mood for it like I thought I was. But this game just felt super repetitive and not fun until I just stopped caring about it because I guess I just wanted to finish it. And then once I stopped giving a fuck, I had way more fun with it. Like doing the side shit and doing all that. Like I had a good time doing that stuff. So yeah, that's Tomb Raider. I would give it 60 out of 74 buses.
I wonder how well this one sold. But
yeah, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see if they make another one.
I would hope not. Not for a while. I'm good for a while.
Crystal Dynamics has to be working on something.
Yeah, sure. That's true.
But who knows what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Ryan, what do you tell me about the 2 games you've been playing? I believe it's one of the same games you played 2 weeks ago and then a brand new game. Why don't you tell me about Dragon Quest?
That game just keeps getting better. I keep switching back between that and the other game, but oh man, like this game doesn't even have the more complicated like job system of like 7,
right?
Which once I got that started dealing with the jobs in 7, that game became a lot more fun. But this one's more kind of simple, just regular old like turn-based combat where you just kind of it has a smaller kind of skill tree, I guess, where you could kind of pick, do you want to be good at, you want your character to be good at swords or great swords or whatever. And then each character also kind of has their own special thing that you can, like you play as the luminary. So you can, there's like a special skill tree for that. And you just kind of pick whatever you want. But just even with that simple, like you get a bunch of like this, you have a ton of characters to play with and they're all really goofy. The one character that I was telling you guys about where I ran into that monster that was trying to get the most valued possession. He's kind of like he's a prince, but he ran away from home because he didn't want to really be a knight. He wanted to join the circus. So he's a really goofy guy to begin with. And yeah, monster asked for the most valued possession. He, I don't know why he's carrying around poop, but he's carrying around poop. and sneaks up to the monster and then slowly unveils it, and the monster, monster starts sniffing it.
I mean, whatever.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good because the monster basically like went into some town and told them all they had to give. I think it was give her their most valued possession. So some people actually like gave the monster people, which is kind of weird to consider that a possession. Some of them actually gave them items. So yeah, it turns out my party's most valued possession was, I don't know what kind of poop it was. They never said, but it was poop. But yeah, so and like all the boss fights are really cool too. The CG cutscenes look amazing. The music, I think most of the music is kind of the same music they've done for a lot of the other games, but it's really good. Yeah, I was not like I played 7 and that on 3DS was okay, but it was really long and a lot of the stuff seemed kind of repetitive. But this one on PS4 it is way better. Like I'm kind of curious to go back and play 8 because I have it but never played it to see if like 8 is just as good as this. Yeah, because a lot of people consider like 8 the greatest like Japanese RPG ever made, but I've only played the beginning of it.
How many hours you put into this?
It's close to 40. It's getting close to 40. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's really good. I'm kind of curious. Like, I don't think the United States is ever going to get the 3DS version of this, but I'm kind of curious to see what that even is, because they made a 3DS version. I think there's also a Switch version that came out in Japan, but not here yet. It may never come out here. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see what that looks like too.
I thought I read something earlier. I'm gonna see if I can find it about the Dragon Quest. What is Dragon Quest 10?
So they were 9 and 10 both did. I think there's one that came out that was on the DS, and that was kind of more like MMO style. You kind of create your own character, and the story's more generic because your character's more generic. And I can't remember if that's 9 or 10.
Okay.
And 10, I don't think came out here. I don't know if we got 10.
Okay. Square Enix, I found it. Interested in an offline/overseas version of Dragon Quest 10.
Yeah. So
it was an MMO.
What was it? Yeah. So 9 was kind of like that on the DS, but it was not online, I don't think. 10 actually was an MMO, right?
That's what this looks like. It apparently came out on the Wii U in Japan.
Yeah, we never got it, but I don't have plans of playing 9 or 10. I could have got 9 for the DS, but it just didn't sound good. But
because you hate the DS, we know.
No, that was more the type of game it was. Like, I don't want to play an offline MMO style game.
Is that like what that Final Fantasy Explorers is? It's like an offline MMO kind of? Or,
sort of. I also thought about buying that too, but decided not to. But this is definitely more single player JRPG. Dragon Quest 11 is, and it's pretty good. It is really, really good. It looks really great too. But I don't know. I'm hoping to finish that soon before Red Dead, but it is pretty damn good. Other than that, though, I've been switching back and forth between that and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I think I've already put like close to 10 hours in Odyssey. That game looks really good too. I mostly I started playing through the story, got through the first couple episodes, and then now I've just been kind of trying to go everywhere on the map. And that game is freaking huge. It is way bigger than Origins. So supposedly they're making those two games at the same time, but this game is almost too big. It's almost like so in The Witcher 3, you go to the first area, kind of explore everything.
That game is huge.
Well, in the first area you go to in The Witcher 3, you're like, this isn't too bad. I can go everywhere, do all the stuff. And then there's like a point where you leave that and go to a different area, and it's just way, way too big. And there's way too many things on the map. You're pretty much never going to get to them all.
Wasn't that first town that you went to?
Like
that big city, the big city you went to the first time, or no?
No, I think the first area you go to in The Witcher 3, you feel like it's big, but it's not huge. And then I think you eventually get on a boat and you leave. You go to another area that's got like a castle or something like that. I don't remember. But when you get to that area, then the map kind of opens up in The Witcher 3, and it's just huge. That's pretty much like what Odyssey kind of does something similar. You start off on this really small island. You can still see the rest of the map and tell that it's huge, but then when you finally get to leave that island, the world is just massive. And so I've been kind of just going around on a boat to each island, getting all the what do they call them, like viewpoints or whatever, if I could find them, and then moving to the next one. And yeah, it's a lot like the first one. There's I don't know if it matters which character you pick. I picked the woman Cassandra. I don't know if the guy gets to use a shield or not, but the girl does not. So at least not that I'm aware of anyway. But yeah, they're brother and sister too, the main characters, and I'm assuming the story just swaps based on which one you pick. Like they try to throw the brother off a cliff as a sacrifice, and the girl kind of screws that up, so they throw her off the cliff too, Alone in the Dark style. But I'm wondering if that just gets swapped if I were to pick the guy, where the girl would have been thrown off the cliff first and then the dude afterwards. But
it's like the beginning of Mass Effect Andromeda, where
yeah,
the other your sibling is stuck in the space coffin, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I should try it. I should start up a new game and see if it is just swapped like that. Because
it is. Who'd you play as?
I played as the girl.
Okay, so did I.
What are you talking about, Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know it's like that for Mass Effect. I'm wondering if it's also like that for Assassin's Creed.
Probably.
Yeah, I usually, if they give me an opportunity to pick a guy or a girl, I usually end up picking the girl just because it's not very often. I don't know. It's rare for games to have a female lead, so they give me a choice.
Like Dishonored, didn't you play as a female in Dishonored too?
I probably did. I did Mass Effect. I probably did in Dishonored. Yeah.
I almost hate it in games where they give you a choice or like want you to customize your main character. Because like when I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and you were Shulk, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, you get to create your own character. I'm like, no. Like I sat there for like half an hour trying to like figure out who to be.
I just have them go through the presets and find the best preset.
I just wanted Shulk, but thankfully Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you get to be whatever the hell his name is. I don't even remember. Xeno. Mr. Blade.
Mr. Culk.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin. Something.
Yep. People will use those character creators to just create the most ridiculous character they can. I've seen some good Mass Effect ones where some guy just kind of created some clown looking character. So and they do Let's Plays with those. So it kind of ruins story moments or makes them better.
Or makes them good. Yeah.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's just as good, if not better, than Origins. I guess it depends on what you like more, Egypt or Greece.
What's your preference, Derek?
I like Greece Lightning, personally.
There's none of that. I mean, well, I haven't seen any lightning yet, but there's got to be some.
Is it going to return? Does it return? Does lightning return?
No.
It's got to be there first, right?
How about Athena? Do you see Athena?
Yeah.
In a boat?
Maybe she might be. We went to her shrine. I did a little viewpoint action on Athena's shrine.
Was the Blades of Chaos present also?
No, I mean there's some giant statue dongs though, so those are present.
Wait a second. How much is this game?
The very first island, you can climb up on some giant statue dong. So
now hold on. Tell me, is there a trophy for hanging on the dong?
I did not try that. I feel like if they don't have that, they messed up.
Yeah, no,
I'm pretty sure there's not a trophy for that too. But
then it's a reason I waste my money on this game, because if there was a trophy for that, I would just put down. I put down the $60 for it right now.
They always
first Assassin's Creed game. I'll make it Odyssey.
they have a season pass, so like maybe it'll be in the DLC.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Tong Legacy. Yeah.
But the game looks great. The ocean looks great.
Dongacy.
Yeah.
We'll workshop that. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3 Black Dong. Is that maybe not appropriate?
That was 4, but it's close enough.
Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What was 3 then? What was 3?
3 is
Just
just
3,
Assassin's
I think.
Creed 3.
Is it just
there
3?
was the one for Vita was called Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, but
Oh yeah, that's Liberace. Yep.
yeah, and then they changed that to just be Assassin's Creed HD Liberation or Liberation HD, I think is what they called it.
Deliberation. Yeah.
Liberation ED. No. HD.
Yes, that's the proper thing that we're talking about here. Yeah.
They used to have those DTVs.
I'm
I
more of
remember
a
that.
I'm more of a Grease man. I would play Odyssey before I'd play the other one.
It's pretty good. Like the way it seems like they took a lot of inspiration from The Witcher in terms of like how they created their world. So that's definitely what it feels the most like is The Witcher as far as running around and how they laid out all their like locations that you can explore. So
It is not a bad game to imitate.
no, definitely not. But yeah, we'll see which one I get through first if I keep going, because I think the story is shorter in Assassin's Creed. It's just if I decide to do all the side crap like I did in Origins, because I think I played Origins for 70 or 80 hours doing all the side stuff.
Gross.
But and Odyssey looks even bigger than that, so I could probably end up putting like 100 some hours in it, like I did with Skyrim or something. But that's all I got.
All right. Well, we'll see what game you end up finishing next week. I presume that you'll have one of those finished by next week, probably, right?
If we had to probably be Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's Dragon Quest also. If I had to guess. So
It says Odyssey's story is 21 and a half hours, but there's no completionist yet.
Yeah, I think what was Origins? Because Origins was probably about the same.
Let me let me get back to that. Let's get back with you on that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Ass ends.
Ass.
Oh, gosh.
Ass. Oh.
The band Creed.
The band Creed, was that a game?
Why? Yeah. Why is this not even coming up? Assassins. Oh gosh, I have 3 S's and Assassins.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Main story 27 and a half. Completion is 78.
So about $80. 80 bones.
But I mean, it has a DLC separate though. If you count,
I don't think they have very many people. Yeah, they only have 5 for main story for Odyssey, so I think that might be why it's red, because they don't have enough.
Oh, okay.
But
Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Let's move on to our I believe our final segment as we continue to go towards the end of the show and start taking games off of this list of ours so we can determine the worst game of all time in a segment called Surmise the Score.
Surmise the Score.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Surmise the Score.
Hello, Surmise. How are you? How is scoring?
Scoring is okay. It just doesn't last very long.
Just like this segment. Great. Moving on.
Do you rate each one?
I try, but I'm always wrong. I'm always way too high.
I get graded by emojis, and they're usually just the sad face.
The turd face.
Yeah, that's the poop emoji.
Man.
For anal. Oh wait, no, wrong.
That's this list. Right
yeah, anal is this list.
Yeah.
Surmise the Score, the segment where we try to guess the Metacritic scores of games that aren't out yet.
Yes.
And whoever wins now gets to remove a game from the top 100 worst games of all time list, like Derek was mentioning.
I will do my best to not take off games that you determine to be the worst games of all time, like I did with Ride to Hell.
It's okay that Ride to Hell is like the 96th worst game of all, 97.
99th.
99, 97th worst game of all time is Ride to Hell Retribution.
Yep, there you go.
I mean, at least it made the top 100. It was an honor to be nominated.
It was in the top 100, yes.
So first up, we got Red Dead 2, which has no reviews yet. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Okay. Soon enough.
I
wonder when the ban lifts for that. Hang on, keep going.
When's it come out? 26th?
Yeah, it's towards the end of the month.
Does Rockstar have some kind of
There's always
thing they do?
There's always a review embargo, yeah.
I don't even know if they care. Like, they know it's going to sell a shitload.
Yeah, I didn't know if they pull like a Bethesda and just let people review it after it's already out.
For GTA 5, the reviews did not lift until the day before the game released. So,
Okay.
go.
So we've probably got a while.
Yeah.
We don't have a while for Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, which came out on the PS4 and nailed a 74
to the cross.
I checked.
Oh.
We're not going there. So coming in dead last with a guess of 86 was Ryan.
Ooh.
Sorry, Ryan.
I started looking at this list just in case.
Coming in dead second with a guess of 82 was Derek.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Sorry,
Ralph.
Derek.
Ralph.
Not nailing it, but close with a guess of 78 was Ralph. So let me tell you about a game I'm going to take off this list.
Talk to me. Is it Pit Fighter?
Fuck, no, it ain't Pit Fighter. Oh, man, where did it go? That game is WWE Day of Reckoning, because I do not think that game is one of the worst games of all time.
All that bad?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan.
That's fine. There's probably another WrestleMania or GameCube wrestling game that you want to take off there too. I was just grasping for anything.
That was back when Ryan had nothing
probably
else to put on the list, which is every time, because he does not have ever anything to put on the list. Do we find out last time how to
games I put on there? Pit Fighter I put on there.
Yeah.
Remember how we were scratching these out of here? I don't remember how to do that.
Oh, I don't. Ryan figured that one out.
I thought so too. Anyway.
Go to format, text, and then there's strike through.
Oh, it was like command.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know the Mac thing. I know the
Command Shift X. Got it. We're good.
Nice.
Done.
Hell yeah. Okay, next up we have Super Mario Party.
Oh man, a game that has not been the trigger pulled on yet, right? Nobody's bought it.
I was looking at it real hard yesterday, but
I want to, but just Joy-Cons really annoys me. So I don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, I guess, but I don't love it. I don't know. I don't really know if I'd have anyone to play with consistently. So
you got cats.
them damn cats. That darn cat. 77. That's what we got here out of 100. So coming in last with a guess of 85. Okay, I had to do some quick math. 85. It's Derek.
Oh, God damn it.
Sorry,
I want to win. God damn it.
I'm going to win.
I gotta win.
Coming in second with a guess of 70 was Ryan.
Oh, man. Ralph is just running the show
baller.
This week.
Coming in almost, well, I guess it was first. Almost nailing it. Guess of 75 was Ralph.
Almost first.
Almost first.
Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of games on this list.
I guess I'm going to play it safe, and I'll go ahead and take off. I had it, and I second-guessed it. I'm going to go ahead and take off MX versus ATV Unleashed, because
yeah, you're probably right.
That game got remastered, so it must have been... I've heard some pretty good things about it. I don't know. Whatever. It's not the worst game of all time. I think we can agree on that.
It's probably not the worst game of all time. You're right.
It's the...
Is it worse than Action Girls
94th.
Racing?
No. No, it is not, and I've never played it, but I have played Action Girls Racing. Next up, oh man, this one's hotly contested. Mega Man 11. Mega Man 11 came out. 81 on the PS4. PS4 had the most reviews. So coming in last, with a guess of 71, was Derek.
God fucking damn it.
Sorry, Derek. Coming in second, coming in almost first, with a guess of 79, was Ralph.
Oh, Ryan, finally.
Almost nailing it with a guess of 82 was Ryan. Ryan, what do you got for me?
Legends of Wrestling.
Legends of Zelda.
No. Legends of Wrestling. That's just gonna be on there a while. I'm gonna take off Murdered Soul Suspect.
Oh, come on!
List.
Okay.
I didn't even want to put it on there.
I mean, it got okay reviews, or better than a lot of shit on this list.
Better than VIP. Better than Jeep Thrills. Well, I guess I can't say for Jeep Thrills. I don't know.
Tell you, that's hard to say. All right. Moving on.
Doesn't that better than Hades?
No. Okay, we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey up next, which has an 83 on the PS4. Last I checked, I had the most reviews. And this one was pretty close too. Coming in last, almost second, with a guess of 77. Sorry, Derek.
God damn it! What the fuck? I finally want to win, and I can't fucking win.
Nope. It's a cruel world. Coming in second, almost first, almost third, with a guess of
the almost first place.
Almost nailed it, but didn't. With a guess of 81 was Ryan.
Ralph,
oh, man,
what is he doing?
Nailing it.
Oh no!
Therefore, pre-ordering it with a guess of 83.
Gonna hang some statue, dong.
Yes.
Can't wait. That's my favorite way to hang.
Statue dong.
Oh gosh, how have I not taken? Oh, I already took it off. I was gonna say, how have I not taken off Sonic Spinball? It's clearly not on the list anymore.
Put it on there already.
Yeah, it has happened. I guess I don't know. I should leave that one alone. Or should I? Now I'm going to take off Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I'm sorry, Derek. I kind of liked that game when I was a kid. I saw it was hard.
I kind of want. Maybe this isn't the right way to play this at this point. I kind of want one of my own games to end up being the worst game of all time.
I don't know. I'm not even thinking about whose they are.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, my competitiveness wants it to be one of my own.
I'm just curious to see how it's going to wind up. Mostly.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I mean, I wanted Red Hell to be number one.
I'm sorry, I fucked it up. Ralph, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
They're all bad games.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'll be interesting if something that's not horrible becomes the worst game of all time, because that's canon.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, like the next game that I could see of removing on here is Thief, but that's probably not the worst game of all time.
I'm not touching that one. And finally, we have WWE 2K19. Which somehow has an 83, which I thought was surprising.
That is very surprising. That game's getting very good reviews.
Yeah, based on the last few. As the PS4 version had the most reviews.
Does it have ghost problems in it?
I don't think they've added those back in yet from the last console generation. I could be wrong though. I don't know if you can make stories anymore. Probably not. Wow, we'll do some math here. Coming in dead ass last with a guess of 68 was Ralph.
I want to 1-1.
Sorry about me. You may be in luck. Coming in second Well, coming in almost first with a guess of 71 was Derek.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck.
There was like a 50% chance you were in luck. I'm sorry you weren't.
It was already decided, so it was 0%.
I mean, before he knew.
I think technically it was a 33% chance of luck winning, and you just fucked me up by telling me it was a 50% chance. Your
Well,
luck
after I was out,
your
it
luck
was 50%.
probability is wrong.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm a math guy.
Yes, you are a mathematician.
Totally nailing it with a guess of 75 was Ryan.
Oh boy.
So yeah, Thief is coming off.
Thief. All right. We're getting there. So we got some games to surmise scores for. Yeah, we do. I mean, we still got COD Blops 4 that comes out this week.
That's crazy.
We surmised that. Yeah,
well, can you give us a refresher on what our scores that we gave for that was, there, Ralph?
Derek 86, Ryan 82, Ralph 84. Any modifications?
Oh no, I don't think we can modify. Once we're locked in, we're in.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
you do whatever you want.
Nope. Once we're in, we're in. That's it.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Once you're in, you're usually back out and then back in immediately afterwards.
You could get it go way darker than that.
Now I want to know where he was going.
Nope, not happening.
Luigi's Mansion comes out this week. So does World Ends With You Final Remix.
You know, the World Ends With You also only uses the Joy-Cons or portable touchscreen. Cannot use the Pro controller with the World Ends With You. I heard.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, I guess I don't.
Well, you can't use the Pro controller with it?
No. Do not use the Pro controller for the World Ends With You.
Weird.
Either touchscreen or the Joy-Con.
So it must have been only touchscreen on DS. I don't know, maybe one.
I think it's because this is the iPhone version, is what I think I read.
Oh gosh, that's even
the original DS had a lot of touch stuff too, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably mostly touch on it. Yeah, it's coming out.
How do you play it then? Can you play it on your TV or can you not play it on your
well,
TV?
if you can use Joy-Cons, I guess.
But
well, theoretically,
if you can put it on your TV and use Joy-Cons, then why can't you use the Pro controller?
Maybe it's just one Joy-Con. No, I have no idea.
It's weird.
Maybe I don't understand. It pisses me off whenever they have all these different control options and they limit you. Damn it, Nintendo.
They're going to solve it when they release the second screen and their hardware revision. So
yeah, and the nunchuck.
Collapsible screen, yeah.
Yeah. Combustible screen.
Combustible screen, yep.
All right, we got some stuff to surmise. How about some Soul Calibur 6? Derek, since you were the big winner this week.
Yeah, fuck.
It's coming out.
I think it was next week. Week
Man.
after. It's close. It was this month, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go with an 82.
82.
82.
I guess we'll just go Ryan.
I'm going slightly higher with an 84.
84. I'll go 86. Why not?
There we go. The same scores we gave to Call of Duty, but I believe a different order.
Yeah, we can have some ties now.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully. Next up, another hot joint we're all excited about. Warriors Orochi 4. Ryan.
I have no idea what these games get. 72.
72. I'll go 77.
Damn it. 78.
Do you have one of these games on Wii U?
If it's on, yeah. I mean, if it's on there, I have it. I know there's at least one Warriors game besides Hyrule Warriors. I don't know what it's called, though. Maybe it is Orochi. Maybe it's the third one. Yeah, they're all the same game. That's not canon. I shouldn't have said that. Let's see. Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Oh boy.
This is the one where he toys to life again.
Yep.
I don't know why anyone would buy this, first of all, but also why anyone would buy any version besides the Star Fox version. But that's just me. Because it has like I think it's got like different story stuff in it, and the stuff in this for Star Fox is actually Star Fox canon.
You can only
Speaking
do
of
the
canon.
barrel roll on that one.
Yeah, that's canon. That's why.
Yeah. It's where he learned to barrel roll.
He probably learned that from Donkey Kong. I always thought, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Starlink. I guess I'll go first. How about a 75, Derek?
We go with a 69.
69, Ryan.
71. I have no idea.
Yeah, I got nothing. 71. Okay. And finally, I have NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. Derek.
71.
71. Ryan.
I have a feeling that game's going to end up being real bad.
73.
73. I'm guessing it's going to be better than the first one.
What was the first one?
I'm guessing it's going to review higher than the first one. I think the first one reviewed lower 70s. I don't know.
Yeah.
75.
If Shaq can't shoot, then I feel like it's going to get some bad reviews.
Shaq shouldn't be able to shoot threes is my issue.
Or shoot at all.
Yeah, he must have just dunks.
The original NBA Playgrounds for the Switch and the Xbox both have a 21 votes or 21 reviews. The Xbox was at a 66. The Switch was at a 63.
That's weird. Okay. I was reading something about how, because the game got delayed whenever they announced 2K was getting involved.
Yeah, once 2K bought it, they delayed it.
And 2K helped them develop like 20% of it after that somehow. I don't know how that math works out. So they're acting like it. The developers themselves are acting like it's a lot better than the first one. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think it comes out next week. Yeah, I think it's next week. But that's all I got to surmise. We still don't have a final score for Legendary Fishing.
Damn it. I'll write a review for Legendary Fishing.
I think it's got some, just not enough.
It's legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad.
Such is life. All right. Well, what's the plan for next week, Ralph? What are you gonna be working on?
I guess I may fire up some of this business, Flint Hook, Mercenary Kings.
Yeah. Take a look at
Switch.
both of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'll have to see how the Lost Child treats me, I guess. Could go on sale this week. I saw it's dropping out of the top 30 sales list on the eShop, top selling games. So the lower it drops, the bigger chance it's going to go on sale.
Let's hope for your sake that it drops out as far as possible so we can get a good discount on it. Even though I paid full price, because I use my Nintendo coins, so I paid like $16 for it, which is fine for me.
It's pretty good. Chasm comes out this week on Switch.
Yeah, that was a game that came out on PS4 a while ago, right?
Yeah, that game looks a lot like Symphony of the Night, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested in that. And the Time Spinner game, I think Brad was talking about it.
My buddy Chris, friend of the show, Chris Dugan, was playing Time Spinners. He said he was enjoying it. I didn't watch him play, but he said he liked it.
Yeah, I heard it's a lot like Symphony of the Night, like almost too much, but that's fine. I'll check it out one day.
I heard that's what I was hearing. Brad didn't specify, but when he was talking about it, he said it was just very faithful to Symphony of the Night. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan, what about you? What have you been working on this week? Just the two games you've been playing this week? Anything new?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I tried that Crash Bandicoot collection, and it reminded me of how much I didn't like Crash Bandicoot.
That was a tough deal to pass up though. $20 is a good deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember playing those, and I didn't hate it that much when I was a kid, but didn't really like it either, and hasn't really aged well.
Yeah, I watched the Coconut play the first two levels, and it was pretty late, so we didn't do any more than that. But she played the first two levels of it.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'll be able to get through. Just feels slow. I don't know. It feels slow and kind of sluggish, but it
Sure.
might be just like the Xbox controller. I don't know. If I tried it with a PS4 controller, it might feel a little better.
That first game is hard as hell, but the other two are easier. They're still not easy though. I haven't finished the second one yet. I guess I finished the third one and the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ever going to get it on Switch or no?
No, I don't know. Like if it's a game I feel like is going to be significantly downgraded on Switch, then I probably will just get another version. But if it's something that's pretty close, I'd get the Switch version.
It's kind of like why I got
bad. I don't think it looks too bad on Switch. Yeah.
That's why I got the Crash one on Switch, just because it can't be much different.
I didn't know if it ran at 60 frames a second. I have no idea.
It does. I don't know what it does on Xbox. I'd have to look. I don't know if it does 60.
I thought it was on PS4 and Xbox, but I don't know. Maybe not.
I know that on PS4 Pro it wasn't 4K. It was only like 1440p or whatever, but it still looks pretty good. I'm not sure if it's native 4K on Xbox or not. It's hard to tell. But I don't know. I'm definitely like, when I was younger, I would have picked Crash Bandicoot over Spyro, but looking at the two now, I'm probably more interested in that Spyro collection than I am Crash Bandicoot.
I played them both, and I liked them both pretty similarly. I guess I probably had a little bit more reverence for. I enjoyed flying around in Spyro. I thought that was better, but whatever. Here's a little. I got a piece for you. PS4 renders at 1920 by 1080. PS4 Pro goes a native resolution of 2560 by 1440.
Yeah.
Downsampled Switch in docked mode renders at a native resolution of 1280 by 720, and portable mode it renders at 853 by 480. Xbox One renders at 1920 by 1080, which is the same as the PS4.
480. That's low.
Yeah, that's low. Xbox One X renders at 3840 by 2160, and then it shows the UI or whatever.
Yeah, that's 4K. So they're saying Xbox is native 4K. But.
So yeah, the Switch undocked is not great.
Yeah,
I just wanted it portable. I thought the portability of it was.
Yeah, I mean that's a plus.
That's a big plus for me.
Yeah,
I've never
probably still looks decent.
Yeah, no, I mean I don't know. Did you think that Crash looked bad when you were playing the other night? It looked pretty good. There you go. You heard it here first. She does not look at that stuff.
At the screen.
She look at the game.
Yeah, she's watching TV while she's playing it. She's not even actually paying attention to the game itself. She's just hoping she's doing the right thing. She's that good of a pro gamer.
Smashing those boxes.
She is definitely smashing the box.
Ooga booga. Yeah.
Ooga booga. Yep. Just like Kingdom Hearts.
Going.
Ooga booga.
Gooba, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
I've never been a Spyro fan, so I am. If we're having that battle, no way.
I'm not gonna get Spyro right away, but I will get Spyro at some point.
Yeah, I'll get it when it drops to 20.
I'm not even a huge Crash fan either, but I like Crash. I have no interest in Spyro.
I like them both pretty equally.
I don't mind the character Crash Bandicoot. I think he's pretty cool. Just I never was into the games. His commercials were good too. I like watching the Crash commercials in the 90s.
Yeah, those were good.
With the big suit.
Yeah.
Guy walking around. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see what ends up happening with me for the week. I wouldn't mind trying to finish Night in the Woods at some point. I've been slowly progressing through that, which is fine. Like that's kind of what I've been doing. I played a little bit of Phoenix Wright, which were on sale. If you didn't want to wait for the trilogy, you can pick those up on the Switch. I'm sorry, on the 3DS, pretty cheap right now. It was a really good deal. But aside from that, I'm going to try to play a little more, probably Dead Cells tomorrow. And I don't know. PS4 doesn't really have anything for me. I have Spider-Man back in my possession. I thought about going back through and 100%ing Spider-Man because I do have that drive want to go back and play it, but at the same time, I don't know what I want to do yet. So
I think it's got one of the highest percentages for platinums
right
now.
I'm sure it does. That and God of War, I'm sure. I mean, both those platinums are not crazy hard. So
No.
I'm sure they're pretty high rated right now. So, but we'll see. I don't have anything else on the horizon until Red Dead, and then after Red Dead, I'll be able to play that for a while until Fallout 76 when the pacifist in me comes out. Ralph, I think the same thing. We'll just roam around the world and fuck shit up without fucking other people up because that's something we do.
You're gonna get into those microtransactions.
We're too careful for that. No, fuck that.
No, Derek's gonna have no transactions involved in this game.
That's very true.
Well, unless he goes way deep into the microtransactions.
No, none of that. None of that will be happening on my watch. The only thing micro happening is something outside of the game.
Okay, micro
like
machines.
Yeah,
Micro machines, yeah. I got a micro machine. It transforms. It goes from small to smaller. It's kind of impressive, actually.
Is it a turtle car? Is that what it's like?
It's right in your pocket. Yeah, it is the most Donatello of Ninja Turtles that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's a bow staff, but it's not quite a staff. It's almost like it's just a little stick.
It was like a mushroom.
A little stub with a mushroom on it, yeah.
Oh, man.
We're looking at.
It's too bad.
Oh, well. Not everything could be a full-on bow staff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the way the world works. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Level Up Show Podcast. Thanks for tuning in this week. Hit us up if you feel the need to listen or say anything positive, negative, otherwise, or whatever. Level Up Show Podcast at gmail.com, facebook.com/Level Up Show Podcast, at TLUSP on the Twitter, and get at us if you have anything. WhatAnAwesomePodcast.com is the website. Let us know if we can do anything for you. Until then, for Ryan, for Ralph, I am Derek. Play with your little nub, and your little shrub, your little mushroom. Until then, level up. Bye.